Guys, cheers for checking out the RC10. So we are all done. Excuse me. Yeah, I don't normally go box art. I've gone box artish with the paint. So the paint that we used was PS19, which is camel yellow. So obviously this is going to be a runner, so it's turned out all right actually. Stickers aren't the best, but like I say, she's going to be a runner, so I'm not overly concerned. But absolute cracking car. Obviously the bearings, it doesn't come with bearings, it comes with the bushes, so I've gone over to, as I always do, rcbearings.co.uk, got a set of bearings off them, so the car is fully ball raced throughout. And wheels and tyres, I've got some of the JC Racing wheels, and I've got some tyres because this is going to be run at Eden Park Raceway for their vintage weekend. These aren't glued up yet, but then I remembered on my Stealth team car it's got some, so I've put these on just so we can give it a quick little run. But yeah, love it. So on your wing, most of you'll know, you put a slight bend in the actual part there. It just helps it secure into the tubes. Body posts, obviously I've not fitted them because I'm just going to put Velcro on the sides there. That'll hold the body on. Then we don't have to worry about clips. And I've robbed one of the other battery holders out of my other RC10 just so I can have a lipo in there, but that's it. Electrics are all in. I've run a different steering linkage. We've got the front weight fitted already, but I'll go through all the mods in a later video because I've got the JC Racing bell cranks on order, adjustable tie rods, because one of my pet hates is that because this is just threaded by, you can't just turn it and adjust everything, and when it's built as per the instructions, there's a lot of camber on the front, there's a lot of camber on the rear as well. It's not really showing how much there is there, but there is a little bit too much camber, I think. Yeah, so we've got the XR10 Pro ESC Savox servo, and we've got the Performer Radical 10.5. I think it's a 22. Yeah, I've got a 22 tooth pinion on there. It may be too much, I don't know, but once you get the battery in, the suspension's pretty nice. This is the kit suspension, so the piston that it recommends you to use and the kit oil, which is 30 weight. I've just put all that in just because I needed it building, but it doesn't seem too bad. Front's maybe a little bit too soft, but we'll have a look at that when it's on the track. So I'm going to get a proper lipo holder. I forgot to order one. I ordered some bits from Model Sport, and that was one of the things that I forgot to order, so I've ordered that now. But yeah, do like it. Obviously there's no slipper on this. That's your diff in the front part up in there, so we just need to get her out and running, which hopefully, if the weather stays nice, we'll be able to have a quick run, and I'll just put a little running footage on the end. But yeah, there's everyone's been going on about the chassis being thinner. There is some flex in the back. Don't know if it'll be detrimental, don't know if it'll keep its straightness, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a straight edge on here, make sure it is all straight before I start running it. And then once I've run it at the club next weekend at Eden Park, 2 weeks after that I think it is, we'll come back and we'll make sure that we're still running true and straight. So my biggest pet hate was that you don't get instructions with it. You get the digital download, so your little tag that you need to scan. So I've had to get my tablet out. My tablet doesn't scan QR codes, unfortunately, so I've had to search for it manually, but it was dead easy to find. But it's just nicer having a paper manual you can go through. So the wheels and tyres that come with it, obviously everyone's seen these. I won't be running these. I'll be running whatever tyres are more suitable for the track that I'm on. So these will be going off to a new home along with the knockoffs. So obviously these are a display only. So rather than putting your nut on, you just screw the knockoffs on, and those are your lights. They're what's going on. Obviously driver figure, I'm not bothering with the driver figure at all. But yeah, just a quick little look over it. I do like it. I've never had an RC10 gold pan. I do have a Team Stealth. I've not actually run that yet, so it'll be interesting to get that out running, but this is going to get run. We'll have a few more mods going on, but yeah, do love all the gold. And as I've never run one before, it'll be interesting to see how it goes. So a couple of people noticed in one of my pictures these books. So I think there was 3. I'll try and find a link and put that in the description below. But because I know nothing about the RC10, I thought, well, this would be quite good to read. Obviously, if you're an RC10 collector enthusiast, this is all the original, handmade, goes through, talks all about the car, some nice pictures, how it was all built. Obviously upside down shocks, that was purely for the fact that the oil would leak out until they got some better seals sorted out. Different servo positions, only had the single servo saver fitted up on the front, which is still the same part, but obviously now it's fitted over to the side, and then you've got your counter pivot. But yeah, some advertising. But yeah, it's a good little book. And obviously the original, he's missing the wing, but all this was painted, so this wasn't a sticker. Obviously the Team Associated sticker, but the rest of it, I think all this was just all paint, going by the looks of it. So yeah, this one's a good little book to get. The Stealth RC10, obviously I've got a Stealth, but to be honest, a little bit disappointed with this one. It's purely just pictures. So going through the whole thing, but if you were wanting to build a Masami replica, there's some really good detailed up close shots. So if you're really wanting to go to the extreme of getting everything accurate, like where he's got his on-off switch mounted, the motor orientation, how everything was wrapped, little things like the little alloy support in the back there. Obviously these were cut just to get the body to attach. Bits of protection on the chassis, but yeah, not the greatest in the sense that there's no actual descriptive talk on the car. It's purely just pictures, more pictures, but like I say, really good pictures. They weren't overly expensive, to be honest, but that's it. So we will have this out on track. I was quite happy with the way that the body turned out. Obviously got to get the sponsor decals on there, but I quite like it. It's still got that stripe running all the way across. The stickers were fairly easy to go on. Obviously I've overcut on the back there just to make it easier to get on and off. So it's just a case of sliding on. And that's it done. So you can see it's all slightly overcut, but purely just to make it easy to get the body shell on and off. and then the wing. I wish they just went for a normal wing mount, but it is what it is. Like I say, with the little bend, it just means your wing isn't likely to come off as easy. But that's it. So hope you've all enjoyed this little video, and if you stay tuned, we'll have this up and running on the racetrack. But if this is the end of the video, it's the end. If it's not, then I've managed to get out and give it a quick little run, but it will only be a quick little run. But thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the racetrack. Cheers, guys.